Afternoon guys, good morning wherever you are. Doing a simple update video to the build we've been playing. We have been playing a Spectral Throw Raider 2.6 Legacy League. Spectral Throw, LE Spectral Throw, that type of thing, doing mostly lightning damage. This isn't a build that I've created or something. My builds generally aren't ones that I've made. I normally find a guide, I play it, and I talk through my experiences. So I've been playing a 2.6 LE Raider and it's going okay. Last time we spoke, I think I was about level 40. I was using a lightning arrow setup and it wasn't great. It was struggling. Right now, we have ascended a couple of times. I still need to do a couple more ascensions. My life is about, well, it is 4.5k. Can be boosted to about 5 to 6k with the Belly of the Beast. Got myself Val Pact and Point Blank. Now, typically, I struggle with Spectral Throw builds. For some reason, I can never quite get the damage or the leech, and I find them too squishy. Once again, I would say this is the problem for me personally at the moment. It's got great damage currently, but I'm finding I'm having to put myself in a lot of danger, and this is more of a complaint about CI rather than life, but hopefully that's getting changed soon in 3.0. But I'm struggling to see any benefits of this build compared to a Flame Blast for a beginner build. For a beginner build, this has been very tough. You need a really good foil, which they're mad expensive, and it's a bit tough to get going. We'll show you the gameplay now. So we've got Herald of Thunder linked with Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark. We have this Lycus Sadi, I don't even know, Rawhide Tower Shield. I've been playing all night, sorry if I'm slurring, man. And that makes our hits can't be evaded, which obviously means we don't need accuracy. This is the weapon I'm using, just a foil. My helmet, I believe I use a Devotos or the one begins with ST. I should know these names by now. It's like a bear hood type of thing. Yeah, that is what I need. But I need the resist life at the moment. I'm on crap gear. I'm wearing a blue 5-link that I found. The amulet's giving me nothing. I need to get crit chance. But yeah, this gear is just basic gear to get me to farm maps. The reason why I'm disappointed, well, not so much disappointed, but Flame Blast is just so infinitely better in every possible way. For starting out, this is why you need to start out with a sort of league friendly build, because with really bad gear like what I've got now, it can crush all content and it can do red maps, and if you get into red maps early, you just get so unbelievably rich, which makes you get better gear, which snowballs you, right? The rich get richer in PoE. That's how it works. For example, a flask I was looking at buying for this build was 1 chaos. I didn't have a chaos orb on the time to buy it, and it's now gone up to 40 chaos. So, you know, you snooze, you lose. You don't do the expensive map. You don't do the expensive builds at the beginning. It's never a good idea. Should always do a budget build, but for me personally, it gets boring. I don't want to do Flame Blast again for another 3 months. The gameplay for this, as you can see, is pretty decent. You can zip around. It's got Frenzy Charge on hit. With my penetration is at 35%, so it's no Inquisitor, but the elemental resists aren't quite as tough as they were beforehand. And that flask would give me an extra 20% pen, but I can't afford it, so that would be nice. I think just after playing an Inquisitor for quite some time, you don't really realize just how busted Inquisitor is, because when you have a resist map with a resist monster, it effectively just crushes your damage on a build like this, whereas Inquisitor, you crit, boom, no resists, so it's just mental. So this build, as you can see, what happens is Spectral Throw, we build up Frenzy Charges. It's pretty much like any Raider. Sometimes I'll get Curse on hit, I'll be in range and I'll get Power Charges. For single target, you can see I'm at 13k at the moment. I'm at 13k at the moment, but when I pop in slower proj, I go to, I think it's like 25k, but I don't like the slower projectile playstyle. I know you need it for the high-end bosses, but I feel like currently I'm not doing enough damage to merit going that close up. And again, I'm struggling with mana leech. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts about the build. It's been doing fine. I've been doing about 70 mil. I was doing about 180 mil an hour in Dried Lake and maps, but I've ran out of maps that are decent level, and the XP per hour has sort of plummeted, because if you're not farming the correct level zone, you just don't get the good XP. So for me, I wanted to build, because I've been enjoying playing League of Legends, that when I'm bored of League of Legends, this was my goal. People have goals to get fed to kill shape, and my goal was, when I'm bored, to have a build that can sign in and kill maps. Now for me, I always like doing the high-end maps to try and get lucky. And this build, I'm not sure if it can do it. I've seen it kill Shaper, this build, right? So I know it can do high level content, but the investment needed might be way too much to play it casually. I'm gonna need a ridiculous foil, 6 links, level 4 empowers, you know, stuff like that. And maybe as a side build to just come on whilst after playing League of Legends, to come on and try and play it. It's going to be irritating, I think, and that's my, again, early impressions. This build could become great. I've seen it kill Shaper, so it's got potential. But for me, and this isn't just this build, I probably am doing something wrong. I know I need to get a lot more crit chance, because I don't really have any. Obviously, I've got levels to go on the tree. With about 10 more levels, I'll be at somewhere like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. And that's probably where I'll end up. So I'll have this crit cluster, I'll have a couple of gem slots. I think I might get a gem slot here. And some more defensive tools. But we're not CI, so we don't tank massive slams. If I mess up once, I'm going to die. I'm not CI, so anything chaos shits on me. I'm not, or should I say, I am Valpact, so I don't regen life, which makes it very, very bad for the lab. It's made doing trials a pain in the arse, and it's made, yeah, lab farming isn't really going to be a possibility. So all of the tools to get rich early on in the game aren't available to me right now. And I'm not used to that, because normally the builds I do are pretty much they work off life resists gem level. This actually needs specific things, which makes it a bad starter build, in my opinion. If you do life-based essence drain, you just get gem level and off you go. You do flame blast totem, you get gem level, you cap your resist, and you literally can go to red maps. You know, I've had people come in my stream and they've said they're playing flame blast totem, and they're already farming at Zeri and Vinctor's Square, and they've never done anything like that before. Like, Flame Blast Totem it is absolutely broken. The whole double dipping of, and the whole prolif and ignites and all that, you know, bullshit or good stuff, however you look at it, makes builds like this seem just like inferior in every way. And I guess that's how it feels playing this build. You kind of, it's like, it works really well, don't get me wrong. I've been blasting maps. I found a relic, as you can see on my channel, and put it this way, right, there hasn't been a boss that I've encountered that I can't kill, but I haven't done any high level bosses. It just doesn't feel that smooth to me. You know, we whack in here, we put on this shit, and we just go on this guy. He does die pretty quickly, right? But it's, you're putting yourselves in harm's way permanently. And that's the nature of Spectral Throw. Obviously, it's dodge or get one shot trying. But again, that is a tough playstyle for some people. Personally, I did get bored, like I say, of Flame Blast. So the reason I chose to not do it was because I've been fed in every single league. I've done all the crafting. It's not really a big woohoo moment. So I wanted to do something different, and I wanted a fun type of build. This is a fun build, don't get me wrong. It's just no Flame Blast. It isn't a meta build. It's not broken. So if you're looking for a build to, you know, absolutely destroy everything for low investment, this isn't going to be the build. Maybe if I get all my gem levels, I get the Ellie rings with resist life. You know, I spend basically a fuck ton of money. Maybe it becomes really good and fun. But at the moment, it's kind of lackluster. It crushes stuff, don't get me wrong. I just have high expectations of builds. I'll read forum guides and they'll be like, yeah, this build crushes, like, I'm at tier 6s and it crushes it, and I'm just like, mate, like, tier 6 is like nothing. Like, a Dead Scion Bladefall Totem build that I made blind did that. It's not really a achievement. But the build works. It's a build I can come on and make some currency, and I am underselling it a little bit. It still is a decent build. It's killed Shaper. It's not a bad build. It's just, right now, this early in the league, with no gear, no multi, no crit chance, no LE damage, it's very lackluster, and the only way to get that, the point I'm trying to make is, you have to grind low-level maps because you can't really do high-level ones, obviously. So that can become a little bit tedious, right? You're relentlessly grinding low-level maps for currency to then buy something. Whereas all the other guys in the game are already killing everything. They're farming Vinctors there. They're doing Chayula. And they're getting mad money. And that for some people is not good. They don't want to do a build like this. But these are my early thoughts. The actual league I'm really enjoying. I like the League Stones, and I love the whole foil legacy items. I think that's a great thing. But I'm not taking the League as seriously this time. I'm not setting out to play 24/7, make as much currency as humanly possible, and bash the game. Yes, I didn't sleep. Yes, I did bash the game tonight, but I just couldn't sleep, and I just fancied playing some PoE and leveling up. We got to like level 80. And you can see the build in action here. We're just zipping through Dried Lake, obviously. And it's a fully functional build. Obviously, I can sit in Dried Lake all night and just relentlessly run through here if I wanted to and get currency. But again, people have different goals, different... There's not too many other ways I can word it. Some people come in and they're like, oh, you're still in tier 2 maps, you build shit. And it's like, well... I have a completely different goal. Like, I have 3 months to play this build. It doesn't need to be the greatest build at the beginning. It just doesn't need to be. I'm not in a mad rush, and it's already doing, you know, all the maps I've thrown at it. So it works. I just need gem level, and I need a bit of currency to really kick it on. Again, it's not going to beat Hands of Wisdom. It's not going to be Flame Blast. It's not going to be, you know, Cast when channeling Chaos. It's not going to beat Blade Vortex. But I'm playing Spectral Throw because I actually like the way it plays. I think it's super fun. I just, and me personally, I'm not great at it. I'm not great at Spectral Throw. I find just the targeting system like weird with slow approach. That's the biggest issue I'm having, just me personally, is I really struggle to use slow projectiles because I just find myself in melee range, like praying to God I don't get one shot, and then I end up running out of mana. That's like literally my experience. But I'm a boosted animal, so what do I know? So this is the build so far. You can see it's from my last update video. It's taken much better shape. We now actually have a build going. We can farm the game, and I just wanted to update you. This isn't a build guide. This isn't anything. This is a progression type of diary like I did last league with my Flame Blast, and we'll see what I can do with this build. We'll see if it can kill all the content. We'll see if I can get fed. I don't know. I just wanted to do an update video because I want to keep the channel active. So if you like the diary style videos or whatever, then do let me know, because it helps me massively to stay positive and motivated. And there we go. Yeah, we're just on absolute basic bitch gear. Found a nice belt. That's about the only nice thing I've found, and even that sucks dick, really. Net spend so far, 2C on a helmet, 1C. No, this was 5C, this shield, for some god knows stupid fucking reason. This was 5C. Everything else I pretty much found. I spent 2C on 2 rings, so 1C each. So we're just on basic budget gear. I've made 60k or so since playing, and there we have it. That is the full update of me right now. 91 alts, 59 chaos, some vals, some shite gear, not really any divination cards of any worth or anything too spectacular, and there's nothing really in my stash tabs that sells right now. I'm just kind of storing random shit. There we go, there's the update video. I won't drag this on any longer. Peace, have a good day. Boom.